Hello, my name is Griffin Majeski. I'm a fourth year PhD student in the Aerospace Mechanical Engineering Department, and my advisor is Joe Fernando. I'm going to give you a campus tour today a little bit, along with my friend Yuko Inoue, who unfortunately won't be in this first video, but will appear in later videos. She's a fifth year PhD student with Scott Morris in Aerospace Mechanical Engineering. And we both also went here for undergraduate, so this is my 8th and her 9th year of being at Notre Dame consecutively. So I wanted to point out a few of the buildings on this quad, which is called, we call it DBART Quad, after one of the donors who donated this first building called DeBartolo Hall, or as we call it, DBART, which houses many different lecture halls. You'll definitely have class in there. The next building I want to point out is actually over here. We call it Fitz, but it's Fitzpatrick Hall of Engineering. It's also connected to Cushing Engineering Hall. The main AME office is on the 3rd floor in there, so if you ever need something from them, you can visit the 3rd floor. Everyone's very friendly. As well as there are some lab spaces in the basements and classrooms on some of the upper floors. Behind me, this building with the square tower, we have Stinson Remick, which is mainly an undergraduate engineering building, but if you ever use the clean room or need it for your research, the clean room is located in there, as well as a lot of great study spaces. And like I said before, we have DeBartolo Hall, or as we call it, DBART, which has basically just lecture halls for classes. So behind me we have main building, or as we like to affectionately call it, the Golden Dome, for obvious reasons. It was recently regilded this year for the first time since, I think, 2013 or something like this. So it's extra shiny today, especially on this overcast day. Fun fact, so Mary's at the top of the dome, and she's stepping on the serpent in reference to the Proto-Evangelium, which is the Bible verse in Genesis. And if Mary were to fall off of main building, if main building were to collapse horizontally, Jesus, who is in this statue here, would catch her. So the engineering of this building was pretty precise in the sense of the dimensions, which is really cool. Main building mainly has administrative offices inside. There are some lounges in the basement. You might go there just to see what's inside. And there's a pretty mural on the inside of the dome. And that's about it. Behind us here we have Duncan Student Center, which is the main student center on campus. It was opened in spring of 2018. My sophomore year, Yuko's junior year of undergrad. Inside of it we have several campus eateries, including a Chick-fil-A, a Modern Market, which has kind of farm-to-table dining options, as well as a Haggerty Family Cafe, which has coffee and light breakfast items, as well as gelato.
And on the 2nd floor there's a gym. It's pretty nice. There's a few basketball courts, and also a 1/6 of a mile track, as well as you'd expect of a regular gym.
Yeah, Smith machines and weights, and all of those kind of things, squat racks, benches, everything you could desire. It's pretty much in the 2-story gym in this building.
There's also the career center on 5th floor, I believe. So you might hit that a few times.
Yeah, especially towards the end of your career, like we are at the end of our academic careers, the career center will become more invaluable to you at that time.
We're in front of the library now, the Hesburgh Library, and behind us is that Word of Life, what everybody calls Touchdown Jesus. This is 13th floor is called, there's a bunch of study spaces, and on the 13th floor is Father Hesburgh's office.
And Father Hesburgh was the president of Notre Dame at one point. Really cool guy. Everyone still admires him a lot, so it's cool whenever they open up the office for people like us, students and tourists alike, to go up and visit. Also, the library has a lot of various PCs on different floors of the library, as well as Macs. So if your laptop ever breaks, or you just want a break from working in your typical study space, the library is a great spot to go do that. So behind us we have McCourtney Hall, which is home to a lot of different research across different disciplines within the College of Engineering and otherwise. Biochemistry has some laboratories here, as well as bioengineering, and also chemistry and biology. There are also many office spaces. Some people's advisors might have their offices in there. And it's also just a nice building, relatively new, if you need somewhere new to study.
There's also a new construction going on. They're expanding this building. That's behind what you see here right now. It's supposed to be done by 2025. So we're in front of Geddes Hall right now. In the basement is usually where all the AME seminars are held. And on the first first floor, there's also a coffee shop where they have just coffee, but it's also a nice place to work.
Yeah, Getty's also is the home for the Center for Social Concerns, and also, as with most buildings on campus, there's a lovely chapel right here as well.
So now we're in front of the Student Center, or what students call the Fun. On the basement, there's the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, as well as a university hairstylist and barber. There's also a FedEx.
Yes, and on the upper floor, on the main floor, there's a Starbucks, which might be important for a lot of graduate students who may or may not rely a lot on caffeine. There's a flip kitchen, which offers different bowls and salads and rice bowls, things like this, more healthy options, as well as a new eatery called Street Fair that offers different international foods for both lunch and dinner. And this used to be the student center, but it was replaced by Dunkin'. It's still very much frequented on game days, especially like today, and in general by most students.
Welcome to the Hessert Laboratory for Aerospace Research. I'm Rob Chlebek, the director of the laboratory here, both Hessert and at Whitefield, and I guess now MRB. In a minute we'll go over to MRB and we'll take a look and see what's going on over there. Welcome to the Multidisciplinary Research Building. We typically call it MRB. It's also known on campus as Engineering North. In Engineering North, we have a lot of different research projects that are in there. Most of them are biomechanical engineering processes.